The silent saboteurs in your kitchen. Everyday foods that could harm your heart. After 60, as you cross the threshold of 60, every bite you take carries more weight than ever before. The foods you've trusted for decades, those vibrant fruits, wholesome grains, and even the simplest beverages, may no longer be the allies they once were. For seniors, what you eat isn't just about nourishment, it's about protecting a heart that's been beating faithfully for over 2 billion times. As a cardiologist with over 30 years of experience treating older adults, I've seen countless patients, good, health-conscious people, unwittingly harm their hearts with foods they believed were safe. These aren't the obvious culprits like fried foods or sugary desserts. I'm talking about the everyday staples you find in your fridge or pantry. Fruits, grains, and drinks, marketed as healthy but capable of spiking blood sugar, raising blood pressure, or clashing with life-saving medications. In this comprehensive guide, I'll reveal 9 foods that could be quietly undermining your heart health after 60, along with practical steps to protect the organ that's carried you this far. If you find this information valuable, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell to stay updated on health tips tailored for you. In the comments, share your thoughts. Type yums 1 if you're learning something new, or 0 if you'd like me to dive deeper into a specific topic. Let's begin with a fruit that's often hailed as a heart-healthy staple, but can pose serious risks for seniors on certain medications. 1. Bananas, the potassium powerhouse that could disrupt your heart's rhythm. Bananas are a symbol of health, portable, naturally sweet, and packed with potassium, which is vital for heart function. For years, you've been told they're a perfect snack, great for blood pressure and muscle health. But for seniors over 60, particularly those on blood pressure medications like ACE inhibitors, lisinopril, or potassium-sparing diuretics, e.g. spironolactone, bananas can become a silent threat. I once treated a patient named John, a 72-year-old retiree who loved his morning banana with oatmeal. He was diligent about his health, taking his medications for hypertension and walking daily. But when he came to my clinic complaining of dizziness and irregular heartbeats, we discovered his potassium levels were dangerously high, a condition called hyperkalemia. A single medium banana contains about 420 milligrams of potassium, and when combined with medications that increase potassium retention, it can push your levels into a danger zone. Hyperkalemia can cause muscle weakness, fatigue, and, in severe cases, life-threatening arrhythmias or cardiac arrest. John's story is not uncommon. After 60, your kidneys become less efficient at filtering potassium, and your heart grows more sensitive to imbalances. The extra potassium from a daily banana can disrupt the electrical signals that keep your heart beating steadily. The scariest part? There are often no obvious symptoms until the damage is done. John felt fine until the dizziness hit, and without intervention, his condition could have escalated to a cardiac emergency. The solution isn't to ban bananas entirely, but to consume them with caution. if you're on potassium-affecting medications. Talk to your doctor about safe portion sizes. Perhaps half a banana a few times a week. Pair it with low-potassium fruits like berries to balance your intake. Knowledge is your best defense. By understanding how bananas interact with your body and medications, you can enjoy their benefits without risking your heart. Dried apricots, the sweet snack that packs a sugar punch. Dried apricots are a favorite among seniors for their chewy texture and natural sweetness. They're marketed as a healthy alternative to candy, rich in fiber, vitamin A, and antioxidants. But for those over 60, particularly with diabetes or heart disease, dried apricots can be a sugar bomb in disguise, capable of wreaking havoc on your cardiovascular system. A small handful of dried apricots, about 6 pieces, contains over 20 grams of sugar, concentrated because the drying process removes water but leaves the sugars behind. Unlike fresh apricots, which have fiber to slow sugar absorption, dried apricots deliver a rapid glucose spike. For seniors with reduced insulin sensitivity, this can lead to inflammation, arterial stress, and increased risk of heart attack or stroke. The high potassium content, around 500 milliliters per serving, also poses a risk for those on potassium-sparing medications, as we saw with bananas. I recall a patient, Mary, a 69-year-old who snacked on dried apricots daily, thinking they were a heart-smart choice. She came to me with elevated blood sugar and triglycerides, despite managing her type 2 diabetes carefully. Her afternoon apricot habit was spiking her glucose, inflaming her arteries, and putting undue stress on her heart. We switched her to fresh apricots in moderation, paired with a small handful of nuts to stabilize blood sugar. Within weeks, her labs improved and she felt more energized. If you love dried fruit, opt for fresh versions or limit dried apricots to a few pieces, paired with protein or fat to slow absorption. Check with your doctor if you're on medications that affect potassium or blood sugar. After 60, even healthy snacks require scrutiny to protect your heart. 3. Orange juice, the morning staple that could spike your heart's workload. Orange juice is practically synonymous with a healthy breakfast, celebrated for its vitamin C and refreshing taste. For decades, it's been marketed as a heart-protective drink, boosting immunity and vitality. But for seniors over 60, that daily glass of orange juice could be a silent saboteur, delivering a sugar rush that strains your heart. An 8-ounce glass of orange juice contains about 25 grams of sugar, mostly fructose, which hits your bloodstream quickly because juice lacks the fiber of whole fruit. For an aging body with reduced insulin sensitivity and stiffer blood vessels, this sugar spike triggers inflammation, elevates triglycerides, and increases blood pressure. Over time, these effects contribute to plaque buildup, arterial stiffness, and a higher risk of heart failure. For seniors with diabetes or pre-diabetes, the impact is even more pronounced. I treated a patient named Helen, a 74-year-old who drank orange juice every morning, believing it was boosting her health. She came to my clinic with fatigue, shortness of breath, and elevated blood pressure, despite taking her medications. Her blood test showed high triglycerides and unstable glucose levels. The culprit? That daily juice was flooding her system with sugar, overworking her heart. We replaced it with water infused with fresh lemon or a small serving of whole oranges, and her symptoms improved significantly. If you enjoy citrus, eat whole oranges or tangerines, which provide fiber to slow sugar absorption. If you must drink juice, dilute it with water and limit it to 4 ounces, paired with a protein-rich breakfast. Your heart will thank you for the lighter workload. 4. Mangoes, the tropical treat that could overload your system. Mangoes are a tropical delight, loved for their juicy sweetness and vibrant colour. They're rich in vitamins A and C, often praised for their antioxidant benefits. But for seniors over 60, especially those with diabetes or kidney issues, mangoes can deliver a sugar and potassium load that's hard for an aging body to handle. A single cup of mango contains about 23 grams of sugar and 250 milligrams of potassium. While these nutrients are beneficial in moderation, large portions can spike blood sugar and strain kidneys, particularly in those on medications like ACE inhibitors or diuretics. The rapid glucose surge can inflame blood vessels, while excess potassium can disrupt heart rhythm, especially if kidney function is compromised. I once treated a patient, Carlos, a 70-year-old who loved mango smoothies in the summer. He came to me with palpitations and fatigue, despite managing his hypertension well. His blood tests showed elevated potassium and glucose levels, which were stressing his heart. By cutting back to small mango portions and pairing them with yogurt to slow sugar absorption, we stabilized his condition. Enjoy mangoes sparingly, perhaps a quarter cup mixed with low-sugar fruits like berries. If you're on heart or kidney medications, consult your doctor to ensure your potassium intake is safe. Moderation is key to keeping this tropical fruit from becoming a heart hazard. 5. Grapefruit, the medication, mischief maker. Grapefruit is a breakfast classic, praised for its low calories and high vitamin C content. It's often recommended for weight loss and heart health. But for seniors over 60, grapefruit is a pharmacological wildcard that can dangerously interfere with common heart medications. Grapefruit contains furanocoumarins, compounds that inhibit the liver enzyme CYP3A4, which metabolizes many medications, including statins, e.g. atorvastatin, calcium channel blockers, and antiarrhythmics. When this enzyme is blocked, medications stay in your bloodstream longer, increasing their potency and risk of side effects like low blood pressure, muscle damage, or irregular heartbeats. I treated a patient, Robert, an 80-year-old on statins and blood pressure medication. He added grapefruit to his breakfast, thinking it was a healthy choice. Weeks later, he experienced muscle pain and dizziness. Blood tests revealed statin toxicity due to grapefruit's interference. We eliminated grapefruit and his symptoms resolved. If you're on medications metabolized by CYP3A4, avoid grapefruit entirely unless cleared by your doctor. Safer alternatives include apples or berries, which offer similar nutritional benefits without the risks. Always check with your pharmacist about food-drug interactions. X. Canned pineapple, the sweet trap in syrup. Canned pineapple is a convenient sweet addition to desserts, salads, or snacks. Marketed as a healthy fruit option, it's a staple for many seniors. But the added sugar in syrup-packed cans can turn this tropical treat into a heart health hazard. A half-cup serving of canned pineapple in heavy syrup can contain over 20 grams of added sugar, equivalent to a sugary dessert. This rapid sugar spike strains an aging metabolism, causing inflammation and increasing cardiovascular risk. Even light syrup or juice-packed options often hide added sugars, and the high glycemic load can destabilize blood sugar in seniors with diabetes or pre-diabetes. I recall a patient, Susan, a 76-year-old who ate canned pineapple daily as a healthy dessert. Her blood sugar and triglycerides were elevated, contributing to her heart strain. Switching to fresh pineapple in small portions, paired with protein, helped stabilize her levels. Choose fresh or frozen pineapple and rinse canned versions thoroughly if you must use them. Limit portions to a quarter cup and pair with nuts or yogurt to balance the sugar load. Your heart deserves careful choices, not hidden sugars. But pomegranates, the antioxidant star that could overwhelm your system. Pomegranates are celebrated for their antioxidant power, linked to reduced inflammation and heart protection. But their high sugar content and potential to interact with medications make them a risky choice for some seniors. A cup of pomegranate seeds contains about 24 grams of sugar, which can spike glucose levels in those with insulin resistance. Additionally, pomegranate juice can interfere with medications like statins or blood thinners, similar to grapefruit, by affecting liver enzymes. I treated a patient, Linda, a 71-year-old who drank pomegranate juice daily for its heart benefits. She experienced dizziness and irregular heartbeats, which we traced to her juice interacting with her statin. Switching to whole fruits like apples resolved her symptoms. Enjoy pomegranates in small amounts, such as a tablespoon of seeds sprinkled on yogurt. Avoid juice and consult your doctor if you're on medications. Balance is critical to harnessing their benefits safely. 8. Dates. The natural sweetener that could spike your heart stress are a popular natural sweetener, often used in smoothies or desserts as a healthy alternative to sugar. But their concentrated sugar content, about 20 grams per 2 dates, can be a heart health risk for seniors. The rapid glucose spike from dates can inflame blood vessels and stress the heart, particularly in those with diabetes or hypertension. Their sticky texture also poses a dental health risk, which can indirectly affect heart health by promoting inflammation from oral infections. A patient, George, a 73-year-old, used dates to sweeten his oatmeal, thinking they were heart healthy. His elevated blood sugar and triglycerides were contributing to his heart strain. We limited dates to 1 per day, paired with fibre-rich foods, and his labs improved. Use dates sparingly and pair them with nuts or seeds to slow sugar absorption. Opt for fresh fruits like berries for sweetness without the intense glucose hit. 9. Coconut water, the hydrating drink that could throw your heart off balance. Coconut water is marketed as a natural hydrator, rich in electrolytes like potassium. But for seniors, its high potassium content, about 600 milligrams per cup, can be dangerous, especially for those on potassium-sparing medications or with kidney issues. I treated a patient, Diane, a 68-year-old, who drank coconut water daily for hydration. Her palpitations and fatigue were linked to hyperkalemia, exacerbated by her diuretic. Switching to plain water with a splash of lemon stabilized her condition. Limit coconut water to small amounts and consult your doctor if you're on heart or kidney medications. Plain water or herbal teas are safer hydration options. Empowering your heart, safe choices for seniors. After uncovering these 9 foods, you might feel overwhelmed, wondering what's safe to eat. The good news is that you can nourish your heart with delicious, heart-friendly foods that complement your medications and support your aging body. Here's how. Choose low glycemic fruits. Berries, apples and pears are low in sugar and high in fibre, supporting stable blood sugar and heart health. Cook for digestibility. Lightly cooking fruits like apples or pears reduces digestive strain and microbial risks. Balance with protein and fat. Pair fruits with nuts, yogurt or cheese to slow sugar absorption and stabilize energy. Monitor potassium. Work with your doctor to track potassium levels if you're on heart medications. Safe choices include strawberries or peaches in moderation. Avoid fruit juices. Opt for whole fruits to retain fibre and avoid sugar spikes. Check for interactions. Discuss your diet participate with your doctor or pharmacist, especially if you're on medications like statins or blood thinners. Your heart has been your steadfast companion, beating through every moment of your life. Now it's asking for your attention, not fear, but wisdom. By making informed choices, you can protect your heart and live with vitality. Share one thing you've learned in the comments. Type 1 if this was helpful, or 0 for more clarity. Let's support each other in living stronger, longer and healthier. Disclaimer: Grok is not a doctor. Please consult one. Don't share information that can identify you.